Everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining me again for the Saturday multi-class races. You are with the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Eldridge Air Conditioning and Dubby.gg. Excuse me. This is race 2 in Italy, in Sardegna, on the fictional track of Road Track A. It's the anti-clockwise track, around 15 turns and just over 3 miles long. Now, we've just seen race 1. We saw Grasshopper take quite a convincing win in race 1. We're on to race 2, and the grid is reversed. Now, it is reversed in their categories. So we've got the only four GR3 cars on track, so those 4 are at the front but reversed. It'll make sense as we go along. So as we see, I'm going to go down the track now. So we've got Nightbreed, who's now in pole position. We've got Smoky Tom in second, Unforgiven third, and the winner of race 1, Grasshopper, is now in 4th. Then the GR4 cars, we've got the Big Mac, who is heading up that pack. Molepiece is 6th, Pete is 7th, Stealth is 8th, and the winner of the first GR4 race, Brian Moncani, is in 9th. And we have a change of car as well. He was in the Alpha, the 155. He is now, what is in there? It's the Corvette. So Brian Moncani has changed his car and is in the Corvette. But Brian is a guest driver, so he has every right to do that. So we'll go up to Nightbreed, and we will ask him to get this second 30-minute race underway. Fantastic delivery in that on that Porsche. Twiglets, who doesn't like Twiglets? As Nightbreed takes it down towards turn 1. Everybody should be just lining up there. It does look like Grasshopper is trying to challenge Unforgiven already. Remember, Grasshopper won race 1, and he's alongside, side by side with Unforgiven as they go into turns 3 and 4. Oh, we've had a bit of a touch and a bit of an accident. We're going to go back and we're going to have a look at this. It's Nightbreed around turn 2, up towards turn 3. Now, is this where it all happened? Oh, you know what? I don't know. I don't know if there was a touch there or not from Smokey. I don't think there was, to be honest. I'm still not sure. One for the stewards if they need to. Now, Smokey thinks he may have had a touch there. Smokey's done the right thing and pulled over, and he's waiting for Nightbreed. Now, again, I don't know if there was a touch or not. Smokey thinks there may have been, and has quite rightly pulled over. So well done to Smoky Tom for that. It has put him all the way down to the back of the grid. Nightbreed had another little bit of a moment there, and dirty tyres, I'm sure it was, that has pushed him into the barrier. But whatever happened there, the guys have sort of sorted it out, but have now got it all to do. And in amongst all the chaos and mayhem, Unforgiven has managed to get himself, I don't know what I'm doing here with this camera. Let's have a look. So Unforgiven, as the carnage seemed to happen, Unforgiven just managed to slip through on the inside, get on the inside of Grasshopper and take the lead of this race. So while all that was happening, Unforgiven and Grasshopper were fighting it out. So they go through Church Corner, still a bit touchy-feely there. And Brian Moncani's in there as well in the Corvette. So Brian Moncani challenging in the GR3s now. And he's up there and fighting it out. So we've got the 2 Corvettes chasing the BMW as they go around turn 9. Unforgiven still just out in front. Grasshopper second and Brian Moncani third. So let's go on board with Grasshopper as we're trying. Oh, it's Unforgiven. Well, just as we jumped on board, we're going to go back and have a look at that. Just as we jumped on board with Grasshopper, Unforgiven, well, he's had a terrible moment there, hasn't he, into turn 13. Very easily to do. He's just gone too wide and he's hit that barrier. Luckily enough, he's managed to end up facing the right way, but that has dropped him down to third. So from first to third in one turn. So that was unlucky, but it has allowed Grasshopper back up to where he likes to be, and that's out in front, although he has got Brian Moncani now for company. So if we go on board with Brian this time, he is in the slipstream as we go down towards turn one, over the brow of the hill, then onto the brakes to make this left-hander. So it is the Corvette versus the Corvette. You can see Brian fighting that steering wheel. The back end of the Corvette does like to step out if you're a bit too keen on the power. Unforgiven still there, trying to stay in touch with these. So let's just go down the order while things have calmed down a little bit. So Unforgiven, as we said, in third. Pete is in fourth. Then we've got Smoky Tom, who will soon be gained by Pete. The GR3s against the GR4s. It's not going to last long, is it? So Smoky Tom taking the tighter line through Church Corner, and he's going to go up the hill and past Pete. So Smoky Tom is in fourth. Pete is in fifth. Stealth sixth. Then Nightbreed. So, well, where's Nightbreed gone? Oh, there he is. Nightbreed in seventh. So he must have had another moment, because that Porsche wouldn't normally be behind the GR4 cars. So you can see Nightbreed is just going to come by stealth. So he's obviously had another moment, I think, and we missed that one. But Nightbreed in sixth. Stealth is in seventh. Big Mac 8th with Malpiece in ninth. Remember, the guys do have to make a stop to change their tyres, so we will have a look at that. You can see Malpiece is on the softs. Grasshopper with the fastest lap so far, 1:41.6 at the minute. Let's just have a look. He is on the soft tyres. Trying to get away from Brian Moncani. Brian staying with him though. Brian also in the Corvette this time, a change of car. He was in the Alpha 155 for race 1. Decided to have a go in the GR4. Now he's decided he wants to join in the fun with the GR3 guys. So he's jumped into the Corvette, the same as Grasshopper. And well, actually, he's putting Grasshopper under a bit of pressure, isn't he, Brian? Brian is quick. We know that. We've seen him in many races, and I like watching Brian. He's a very quick guy, but he will keep the pressure on Grasshopper. While the pressure's on, Unforgiven, he's getting closer and closer again. Unforgiven did manage to get himself in the lead of this race. Only for a few laps though, until he had that moment at turn 13 when he kissed Barrier and dropped him back to third. Smoky Tom up to fourth after his incident at, I think it was about turn 3 with Nightbreed. Wasn't quite sure whether there was contact or not, but Smoky thought there was, so he pulled over to allow Nightbreed through, but Nightbreed has obviously had a moment since then, and he's currently residing in fifth. Leading the GR4s at the minute is Pete in the Ferrari. In sixth as he goes down towards the start-finish line to start lap 4. Then we've got Stealth in 7th, the Big Mac 8 And Molepiece, oh now then, has Molepiece just had another bit of an issue? I think he has. He's abusing the track limits and getting on the grass, and that's not helping. You get dirty tyres, and he just, well, he just couldn't get the car slowed down enough, could he, to turn that, to take that turn at turn 14. I'm turning that car around there. I think that's he's probably in there on a big sigh and a tut and a oh dearie me, and now realises he's got well, literally quite a mountain to climb. He's got damage at the front, and yeah, a lot of work ahead of him if he wants to catch up to Big Mac. So back up to the front, this is where it's all happening at the minute. It's Grasshopper and Brian Moncarney, the two Corvettes. Bit of lag coming from the back of Brian's car. Not Brian's fault, obviously. I keep saying that many times. It's not the driver's fault, it's internet issues, but it can cause other drivers a problem, especially if they're trying to overtake. Well, it's the other way around at the minute. Brian Moncarney is actually trying to overtake Grasshopper. This really will be, it's a pair of them abusing track limits there. No penalties given. You don't want to be spending too much time on the grass. But these two desperately trying to get away from Unforgiven while they're still battling. Unforgiven having to sit there in third, obviously waiting for one of these to make a mistake. It's not happening at the minute, is it? Oh, what's a big slide from Smoky Tom. That's a big slide from Smoky Tom through turn one. Got himself onto the kitty litter. We've called that kitty litter turn because of the gravel. It's not the widest of sections on this track, and surrounded by gravel, and a little bit of it caught Smoky Tom there. It's not altered things for him though. He is still in fourth, Nightbreed in fifth. I don't think he's quite enjoyed this track as much as some of the others, but hopefully he'll be back, and we shall see him next week, and he'll have better luck wherever we are next week. And the reason I say wherever we are, I'm not sure, because my track list has been well, mixed up, should we say. I will find out. So Pete in 6th, Stealth 7th, the Big Mac still in 8th with Molepiece in 9th. I think Molepiece is getting a little bit closer to Big Mac. Obviously he's not close enough to challenge him yet, but I think he is creeping up slowly. Both on the soft tyres, neither of them need to pit just yet. So up to the top, well, Grasshopper has opened up quite a gap now back to Brian Moncarney. So whether Brian Moncarney has had a bit of an issue somewhere, which has slowed him up, but he was all over the back of Grasshopper, and now there is a bit of a gap, so a bit of a breather for Grasshopper. And then the same back to Unforgiven. There's a few car lengths back there, so the three at the front have now started to spread out a little bit. Pressure's off. Smoky Tom in 4th. Well, he's all on his own, isn't he? No pressure at all for Smoky Tom. Smoky Tom on the medium tyres. I'm not sure anybody else is. Let's just go down. Pete is on the softs, Stealth softs. The Big Mac and Molepiece both softs. So the Grasshopper, yeah. So Smoky Tom is the only one on mediums. So obviously when they all make their pit stop, he will have a bit of an advantage over everybody else on track. And he is struggling a little bit. to keep it within the track limits. Around turn 14, the pointy bit goes Smoky Tom in the Peppa Pig Renault. Nightbreed in 5th in the Twiglets Porsche. Fantastic livery, I do like that the livery on that car. He's starting to get a little bit quicker. Now that's strange, isn't it? His third lap was a 1:45.0, showing that it's his best lap, yet lap 6 was a 1:44.2. Not sure how that works. I'd have thought 1:44 is quicker than 1:45, but what do I know? Pete in 6. And Stealth, Big Mac and Multi, so everybody very spread out. Not great to watch, is it, when they're all so spread out? We do like to see a battle or even a crash. I know the guys don't want to crash, but it is great for the crowd to see. As we follow Brian Moncani, who was trying to chase Grasshopper down again. He was right underneath his bumper at one time, so I can only guess that Brian Moncani has had a bit of an issue somewhere. Whether he's not used to driving the Corvette or not, I'm not sure. I know that Grasshopper is. Grasshopper seems to spend most of his life in the Corvette, and it's the same for Unforgiven. He's actually living in the BMW now. He's got a camp bed in there and a little cooking stove in the boot, and yeah, he's moved in. He doesn't get out of that car at all now. There's Unforgiven. Smoky Tom, however, he does drive all sorts of different cars. He's in the Saturday multiclass, as we see now. Then he's in the Sunday races, and he takes part in the Wednesdays, I think, and the Tuesdays. So Smoky Tom is, yeah, he takes part in a lot of races. Incidentally, if you are watching this and you fancy having a go, or you think you can do better than these guys, then visit the website. It's URL ultimateracingligue.com. There's a form on there to fill in for joining, and just put your details in basically, and then one of the admin guys will get in touch, and we can get you on track. It's as easy as that. Or if you want to visit the Facebook page, the Ultimate Racing League Facebook page, and just drop us a message there. Again, we can get you signed up and get you out on track. We've got 5 leagues running on Sunday. We've got Group 2 Challenge on a Tuesday. There are 2 leagues there on a Tuesday racing the GR2 cars. Wednesday we have another multi-class with the GR1s and GR3 cars on track at the same time. There are 2 leagues in that, and then we've got the Saturday, as we're watching now. So there's plenty to do, plenty of races to get involved in. So as I say, visit the website, URL ultimateracingligue.com. Leave your details, and we'll get you on track. So Smoky Tom into the pits. Again, he is the first one to pull the trigger on that move, and he's now back out on soft tyres, I believe, or is he not? No, he's not. He's stayed on the mediums. Now, has he just forgot to change tyres? Well, I'm not sure what's going on there. I am absolutely sure. In fact, I'm going to go back because so Smokey is, yes, he is. He's on the medium tyres. He's got just over half a tank of fuel. He's into the pits, and is then back out on medium tyres. So I can only presume he's hit the wrong button and told his pit crew to not bother with tyres, unless he's got another strategy. But why he would want to stop twice, I don't know. So we'll keep an eye on Smoky Tom then. I'm sure that's a mistake on his part. Pete is in now. He's on the soft tyres, and he's going to get them changed over, I'm sure, onto the mediums and a splash of fuel. Let's just go up to the top and see what's happening. So Grasshopper leading the charge at the minute. He's staying out. He is on the soft tyres. Brian Moncani also on soft tyres in second. Unforgiven is third, just about to lap Big Mac in seventh. But Unforgiven goes through. Nightbreed, he's on in fourth, and he's on the medium. So Nightbreed has made a stop, I think. Smoky Tom, we've just saw what's happened to Smoky Tom. Now I'm just going to stick with him because he may well dive into the pits again as he goes through turn 13 towards 14. So we are quite near the pit entry. One more turn. It's not really a turn, more of a kink in the road. It's harder going the other way through turn 15. And there we go, Smoky Tom into the pits again. So I'm guessing that was the mistake. He's just hit the wrong button, so he's had to make another stop, unfortunately, to change the tyres. And yeah, a very rare mistake from Smoky Tom, and he'll be kicking himself for that, I'm sure. So Grasshopper then through turn 13 up towards the pointy bit. Still got Brian Moncani in his mirror. Oh, Brian goes very wide through turn 14 and onto the grass, so he's just got to be a little bit careful till he can get them tyres cleaned. Still the lag there, and Brian has decided enough's enough. He's coming in and trying to get the undercut, I think, on Grasshopper. So Brian in, Unforgiven stays out and moves up into second. Nightbreed is in fourth currently. He is just coming up to turn 14. I think Brian might actually get out before Nightbreed can get past the start finish line. So Nightbreed just coming up to turn 15 and Brian is out. Yeah, so Brian out in third, although the guys in front of him have yet to stop, so we'll see if this tactic pays off for Brian. Nightbreed and Smoky Tom back out on the correct tyres this time. The Big Mac in 6th, Pete 7th, Stealth 8th, and Molepiece 9th. So everybody apart from the Big Mac again has pretty much stopped. Unforgiven and Grasshopper are yet to do so as well, so we'll see if these two are going to come in at the end of this lap and how far Brian is. Wow, it's going to be close, isn't it? It is going to be very close. Let's just see if Grasshopper, as he approaches turn 15, let us just see if he comes into the pits now. I think he is going to, yes he is. So Grasshopper into the pits. Unforgiven, is he going to follow him? He does. So the two leaders into the pits. Brian Moncani now just coming around turn 13 down towards 14. Still no fuel going into the cars of the two leaders. We'll just keep an eye on that on the top left. Well, now Grasshopper is going to start fueling up. I think he's going to get out before Brian gets there. He is, yeah, just a splash of fuel. So Grasshopper is going to rejoin back out in front. Unforgiven, just a splash of fuel for him. Brian Moncani across the start finish line and is just approaching the pit exit and just goes through ahead of Unforgiven, who comes back out and rejoins in third. So that was really close, but we are back to where we were, with Grasshopper leading this race, Brian Moncani in second and Unforgiven in third. Nightbreed is fourth, Smoky Tom is fifth, Pete is sixth with Stealth, then the Big Mac, and then Molepiece in ninth. Now the Molepiece is a lot closer now to the Big Mac, so that should encourage him to get his foot down, maybe have a little bit of a race with Big Mac. You don't need to be right at the front to have a decent race, so you could have a decent race here between these two for 8th position, and that's what it's all about really. It is just having the race and enjoying it while you're out there, so we should keep an eye on these two. But we'll go on board with Molepiece as we stare at the arse end of that Ferrari of Big Macs through turn 6, and then we're going to start up the hill then through turn 7 up to 8 before going back down again towards turn 9 and crash corner, as I like to call it. Being careful on the accelerator because this is very easy to just spin out and crash there. Molepiece getting through safely, as well as the Big Mac. So up through turns 10, 11, 12, 13, down towards 14. The sharp left-hander, oh, and Molepiece has got that wrong. Oh, and the car's just spinning and facing the wrong way. As it does, it's so annoying when it does that. You get on the grass and it just automatically spins you around to face the wrong way. And it takes you 3 weeks just to get back on track facing the right way. So unlucky for Molepiece. He was chasing Big Mac. He was getting right on the back of him. But that's put a gap between them again, as we see Smoky Tom just coming through to lap Molepiece. So back up to our race leader, and looking very comfortable is Grasshopper. All Unforgiven is in second, so let's just go back and see how far we've got to go for that. We've got to go quite a long way. Well, we're there now, so we will watch it. Unforgiven, I don't know if Brian had a moment just before then, but Unforgiven right onto him and through at turn 14. Then they go side by side into turn 15, onto the start finish straight, and Unforgiven in front of Brian, and Brian just seems to be dropping off the pace a little bit, so maybe he's struggling in that Corvette. So let's go forward to where we were. We've got about 7.5 minutes of this race to go, so from the top, Grasshopper leading the way, Unforgiven now in second, Brian Moncani in third, and the lag is really, maybe that's what's causing the issues for Brian. It's this little bit of lag, the car jumping around all over the place, very unpredictable. Nightbreed in fourth, Smoky Tom in fifth. Let's have a look at the distance. Well, there's quite a gap, isn't there, between fourth and fifth, so I'm not so sure Smoky's going to make that gap up. He will try, but the extra pit stop is what's cost Smoky Tom in this race, when he made a mistake with the tyres. Pete in sixth, Stealth seventh. Then we've got the Big Mac and Molepiece. It's really not been his race, has it? Molepiece, a few mistakes has cost him. So Nightbreed hadn't pitted. I thought he had. I thought he'd done it earlier. So my mistake. So Nightbreed into the pits then. So Smoky Tom just going through turn 15 onto the start finish straight. Manages to get by Big Mac. I think Big Mac gave him that extra bit of room. Nightbreed back out. in fourth, but now Smoky Tom, you can just see come over the brow of the hill. So Smoky Tom is a lot closer to Nightbreed. So both of them on the soft tyres. So Nightbreed must have started on the mediums then. So yeah, I didn't think he did. So Nightbreed in fourth, Smoky Tom in fifth. So that could be the battle there to keep an eye on then for fourth position. So back up to the top and seeing what's happening as we approach the last 5 minutes of this second race. Grasshopper down and across the line to start lap 15. Grasshopper still holding on to the fastest lap, a 1:40.9, so he's going for maximum points. Unforgiven still in second, holding off Brian Moncani, although how long can you do it for? Brian is really pushing, isn't he? Although I do think he is struggling in that Corvette. They are quite a handful. We'll go on board with Brian as we try and get a little bit closer to Unforgiven. You can see the car twitching about as we try and put the accelerator down. Nobody behind, so there is absolutely no pressure whatsoever on Brian from behind. He can just fully concentrate on catching up to the back of Unforgiven. He needs to get a bit closer to him though if he's going to make a move. So they go around turn 9 through 10 and 11, not really turns are they? They're more like just little kinks in the road really. Then up to 13, this is the one that can catch people out. There we go. Right on cue, Brian. As I said, this is the one that can catch people out. I've gone back too far now. Sorry about that. So we've got around turn 9 okay. Then up through, well, just the kinks in the road. Now the problem is this turn 13, it is very easy to try and keep your foot planted and drift to the right, which is exactly what Brian did there. You clip that barrier and that's the result. You end up facing the wrong way. So Brian there trying to do a handbrake turn to get the car facing the right way, but that has cost him valuable time. And you can see now the gap between, if you look at the top right, you can see Unforgiven is the little red triangle, and then we go back to Brian. So there is quite a gap between them now, so that mistake has cost Brian. He is still in third. Smoky Tom, who is now in fourth, is a long way off. Oh, and Brian has decided to come into the pits. Well, this is interesting. Perhaps Brian is just not getting on with the medium tyres. So Brian Moncani into the pit. Smoky Tom in fourth. He is just coming up now to turn 14. Now it may just be a change of tyres for Brian and no fuel. It is, that's exactly what it is. It's a change of tyres. He's out on the softs and he is out just ahead of Smoky Tom, who is still in fourth. So Brian really didn't like those medium tyres, did he? So he's decided to go onto the softs for the last 3 minutes of the race. So he is not going to catch up to the back of Unforgiven, but it does look like Grasshopper's going to take the second win of the evening. So maximum points for Grasshopper. There's only Grasshopper can lose this race now by doing something stupid, which I'm sure he won't. So the time now, we are approaching the 28-minute mark. So Grasshopper crosses the line. He may well get this lap and another one in actually. Unforgiven also across the line. Now he's doing a 1:41, so he may well get another lap. I'm not sure. it'll be interesting to see. Brian Moncali in third, Smoky Tom in fourth. Then we've got Nightbreed in fifth. Peter is sixth, just about to be lapped by Brian. Stealth is seventh, the Big Mac eighth, and Maltese down in ninth. You can just about see the Big Mac. We've got about a minute and a half, just under a minute and a half of this race to go. So can Maltese get back up to Big Mac and get that 8th position? He was just about to do it, wasn't he, until he had that spill at turn 14, and that put him all the way back again. But he's done well to catch back up. Maybe a bit too late really, but a good effort nevertheless. Whoops. So Grasshopper, we're just going to follow him through. We are in the last minute now. Now I think Grasshopper may well get another lap in around turn 14, and we are approaching 35 seconds, 40 odd seconds left, 35 seconds left. So I think Grasshopper will get another lap in unless he pulls up, but if he does, he runs the risk of Unforgiven overtaking him. So Grasshopper will cross the line and get another lap in. Unforgiven is the same, he's going to get another lap in. So I think the first to finish is going to be Brian Moncani in third position. Had a great start to the race, and to be fair has done well to finish third. He's had a couple of incidents, and there's another one. So he's really strong. Oh, Brian, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's having a proper fight with that Corvette. I don't know if he's going to be racing in that again. As he slips and slides his way through, he's in danger of losing that third podium spot if he has any more crashes. And there we go, he's had another one straight into the barrier, so it's going to be Smoky Tom that crosses the line in third. Well, Pete comes across in sixth, Smoky Tom is third, Nightbreed takes fourth, Brian Moncani, he's still not got the car facing the right way, Peter's sixth, Stealthy's going to cross the line in seventh, Brian eventually will cross the line in fifth. What a nightmare he's had towards the end of the race. So let's have a look who's next. It will be Grasshopper who will be finishing this race next, and he is going to take the second win of the evening, and well done to him. Fantastic racing from Grasshopper, and across the line he goes with Unforgiven coming in second, Smoky Tom third, Nightbreed fourth, Brian, Peter, Stealth, the Big Mac, Maltese ninth. So that was race 2 on the Saturday multi-class. Thanks for joining me, and look forward to chatting with you all again soon.